Brendan Schaub files new court documents against me in lawsuit. So Brendan's not giving up with suing Unique for some reason. Brendan seems to have a real bee in a bonnet with Unique. Brendan hates Unique down to the core, down to his bones, down to the marrow in his bones. Brendan despises Unique, despises him, because he doesn't seem to be letting go of these lawsuits. He keeps refiling. It seems like he wants to bury Unique in lawsuits, deplete his funds or something, whatever. I'm not sure what he wants to do, or break his spirit. He wants to do something to him. Personally, I don't think it's working. Even if he wins in court, he's lost in the court of public opinion. Even if he wins in court, he's lost in the court of public opinion. He's never going to come out of this looking the way he thinks he's going to look. And it's only, if it's only ruining his reputation that's already ruined. I think he just needs to let this one go, take the L and keep it moving. But my theory as to why Brendan doesn't want to let this go is that I think this Unique lawsuit, wherever it is, defamation or whatever, is somehow tied to the lie Brendan told his wife about him cheating. Because if I remember correctly, the reason why this lawsuit started was because Unique was the first one to point out that Brendan passed some girl his number during a live stream that he was doing with Mike Tyson and shit, right? So I think ever since then, Brendan has been playing defense with his wife and trying to explain why that happened or that it didn't happen. And I think he's been using this lawsuit as a thing to say, no, this wasn't true. This guy beats his kids. He's a fucking crackhead. He does drugs, whatever, right? And I think that lawsuit is tight. That's why he doesn't want to give it up. Because if he gives up the lawsuit, it's almost admitting that that cheating thing happened. That's my theory. I don't know if this sounds a bit cuckoo and a bit conspiratorial, but I think that might be the reason why he's not letting go of this fucking lawsuit. Anyway, let's play the clip.
The ongoing war between Bappa and me continues. Brendan Schaub sued me. My God, how long ago was that? When did the Gringo Poppy come out? I think he sued me on like the day before that came out. So whenever the Gringo Poppy came out was when he sued me. He lost, and now he's appealing. Now you have to remember that last month in December, Brendan Schaub did a copyright takedown on 2 videos I did. Mm-hmm. Now this was weird because we already had a lawsuit. I won. Mm-hmm. And now we're in the appeals process of that lawsuit. You're not allowed to continue to do copyright takedowns on ongoing pending litigation. And before anyone says, well, you took his Patreon videos and they're long and everything. In the first lawsuit that I won, the examples used by Brendan Schaub's legal team were the same exact style of videos, the same links, and from Patreon. So it's already been adjudicated on. Mm-hmm. But there's a reason as to why he's doing this. I got a heads up from the ghost lawyer like 4 days before those copyrights came in that Schaub might try to do something. And I was like, why? God, the ghost lawyer has the force. He foresaw this. So he did that.
What happened then?
Now, Schaub has banned me from his Patreon.
By the way, that's probably the best part and the funniest part of this development. That's the best and funniest part. Brendan has banned. I'm not sure if he's IP banned or just banned his account. Cause I think for whatever reason, again, you need to be a little more cleverer. For having a surname Swindellers, you don't swindle, you don't finesse that well, my friend. I think he made it very obvious that his name on the Patreon was like Mike or something, right? So I think they banned the Mike account. I'm not sure if they banned his IP or just banned that account. But it's hilarious that Brendan doesn't even want Unique's $5. Like, fuck your $5. And they banned him from the Patreon. But that's why I probably should get the Patreon. Okay, I'm gonna get the Patreon now. If Unique is banned for the Patreon, I'm gonna get the Patreon so I can react to some content. But I'm not gonna do what Unique did and play the whole fucking thing. Unique was gonna be. I know he says it's free. Fucking what's the thing called? What's it called? He says it's It's whatever that law is, whatever. I still think it's a bit, you're putting yourself in a bit of a bother when you're taking the whole thing. Maybe a little clip. Maybe you can summarize what they said on the Patreon and comment it on your fucking video. But Unique was going a bit crazy. But I do find it hilarious that Brendan and Chin have banned Unique from the Patreon. It's fucking hilarious. No more Patreon for you. No more yeah, that's it. Free use. That's it. Big up, free use. I know. Maybe I don't know. I just think in terms of like content creator etiquette, you shouldn't do that. No matter if you hate the person or not, just ripping somebody's content from Patreon and uploading onto YouTube is a little bit slimy, a little bit whatever. But then again, Unique doesn't give a fuck about Brendan. Brendan clearly hates Unique, so I guess the feeling's mutual. But I do find it funny that they banned him for the Patreon. It's hilarious. So I might have to pick up the mantle from Unique and carry on this mission of documenting everything Brendan does by subscribing to the fucking Patreon, which is going to be brutal for me to give him any money, but I might have to do it for the sake of the community.
Obviously, I didn't use my name in my Patreon, but I made enough videos, and Schaub and his team obviously pay enough attention to my channel to where they knew what my account was and banned me off of their Patreon, which is fine and whatever, but it is hilarious to me. But this is all being done through that Nick Simmons guy. When they did the copyright takedowns, they just put the fighter and the kid, and then their contact email was Nick Simmons.
That's the interesting part for me. That's the interesting part. Nick Simmons' continued evolving involvement in TFATK. So much so that he's being used as the go-to person for communications when it comes to the lawsuit. What the fuck's going on there with Nick? It feels like they're probably going to get into business soon, innit? It feels like they're probably going to get to business soon. Maybe Nick's already signed on to Thick Boy, but it feels like Nick is going to come on soon. He might be a permanent co-host. He might have his own show, or maybe him and Brendan do a show. Him and Brian might do something. I feel like this is an indication that Nick is starting to become an integral part of the Thick Boy Productions organization, which again is hilarious considering that Brendan started off hating Nick because Nick could lift more weights than him. And now all of a sudden, from the Don Count saga, now all of a sudden Nick Simmons is like one of Brendan's fucking errand boys. Is Brendan's right-hand man. Nick Simmons is now, like Kyler pointed out the other day, Nick Simmons is now fucking BGL 2.0 or BGL 1.0 because he's shorter than, but yeah, it seems like Nick Simmons is a new BGL, but less unhinged and less successful, because BGL might be actually more successful than Nick Simmons, actually. Interesting. Big up BGL.
That guy they keep having on the fighter and the kid. They just had him on 2 episodes in a row. And they banned me from the Patreon when they had this guy on. So Schaub is obviously trying to get around this lawsuit and take down my channel by claiming this guy's now the owner of the fighter and the kid. Last time I checked, Brendan Schaub owns the fighter and the kid, Thick Boy, which is why he sued me. So if he's going to do copyright takedowns on my videos while we're in pending litigation over copyright, then shouldn't he have to put his name on it? Or is he trying to go around YouTube's system? YouTube can ban your YouTube channel for doing that. False copyrights, especially since you have a lawsuit against you saying that it was fair use, and you're trying to skirt the outcome of that lawsuit to continue to do copyright takedowns. It's ridiculous. And it was adjudicated. I mean, we're still technically in a legal process because we're in an appeal. But he did lose the lawsuit. He is going to lose the appeal. I got the heads up from the ghost lawyer before he did the thing. But the reason why I think I got the heads up, because the ghost lawyer has been laying down what is probably going to happen.
Anyway, you get the point. Big up Unique. Free Unique. Hope he wins this appeal. He says he's confident he will. His ghost lawyer told him he was likely going to win the appeal. But yeah, just another weird chapter in the Brendan story, innit? Like, it's really odd, this boner he seems to have for Unique. And I know Unique pointed at other people. It's not, I know he's getting, like, it's not the coolest thing to be like, oh, how about everyone else? But there's a good point. There are a bunch of other channels out there that, rag on Brendan. I wonder why Unique seems to be the one that kind of gets him. The obvious answer is that Unique is obviously a lot more consistent. He puts out a lot of Brendan content. His titles are fucking crazy. A lot of clickbait involved in there. It's very, very disparaging towards Brendan. He doesn't ever try and paint Brendan in a good light at all, which I respect him for, right? He's very much in the fuck Brendan at all points. So maybe that's why. I'm not too sure. But it's just not going to work, bro. What does he want? He wants to silence him. Make him stop doing videos. It's not going to work. Like, why would he stop? You just make another channel anyway. I mean, it's stupid. It's just a waste of time, waste of money. Brendan's lawyers are definitely running his pockets. And it's not really going to change anything, really. Even if he wins this in the appeal, like, it's not going to change anyone's mind or opinion of Brendan. Everyone's, even the people that don't like Unique have got Unique's back on this. That's how bad it is. Even the people that don't like Unique have got his back on this. Brendan can't win. So he just needs to let this go and keep it moving, really, and focus on his own thing. But he doesn't seem to want to. So I guess let Brendan waste his money, innit? Let Brendan waste his money. Big up Blood Clot Unique. Big up Blood Clot Unique.